Hi guys, so we're going to, this is the month of August that is currently finishing, a couple of days just to, but I'm currently read almost everything I said I was going to read, and plus more. To be honest, it was a very interesting, good month in terms of reading material. I read a lot, far more than I usually read. I usually read 60 to 70 pages per day, but this month I read like 150 pages per day. It was absurd. I was on holidays, my kid per week was not here, so there's that, but apart from that it was a very cool month to read. So what did I read? First of all, I finished this one, The Fire Empty by G.T. Scott, and it's my new, one of my favorites this month, to be honest. This year, and it's a 5-star mystery novel, police procedure, very focused on characters and so on, so very cool. The second one I've read, it was the third novel, Eye of the Void by Richard Lee Byers. This is the third novella within this. Basically, it's a Lovecraftian horror. If you play Arkham Horror, Eldritch Horror, and so on, this character, it's a backstory of one of those characters. Very cool. I'm going to read the last one probably next month. I finished Richard Lemon, The Beast House. This is the sequel from the first one that he published, the Cellar. There are 4 novels on the series. This is the second one, and it's a good novel, a Richard Lemon novel. It's not good, it's not bad. It's a very late 70s, early 80s novel. Monsters. There are there is sex, there is violence, gore, splatterpunk, and so on. It's cool to see how the splatterpunk thing was created, because it was one of the guys. It was him. I've read like this one in a day. Lullaby is the second novel in Nightmareland series. There are 6 novels so far. There are going to be 12. This is the 6th one. Very cool, very short, like 90 pages or so. And if the first one focused more on one character, this one focused more on Mariah, the second character, and how they, and the tribulations of her life, and how her evolved as a character, as a person, and it was very cool to see. I've got the third and so on novel, so I'm going to read it, not next month, but yeah, in the near future. Truth of Bakura, this is the book I've read this month for Star Wars. 5 stars, 5 out of 10. It's hit or miss for someone. It's a book that follows the sixth in this case, 6th movie by George Lucas, and it's raised a day after of the Battle of Endor, and they must travel to a known planet and have an agreement with the Imperial, as you can see here, an Imperial, so they can face a threat even bigger that is coming out of the rim, and there are no forces to help. I didn't enjoy part of it. Luke, I enjoyed, and Leia not that much. I didn't enjoy the putting Darth Vader there, and I didn't enjoy at all Leia. After the Funeral by Agatha Christie continues. There are 7 novels to read for me, for Poirot, to finish all of them, and this was another interesting mystery series novel, but unfortunately, as I said before, Agatha Christie was sick of Poirot, and he is very absent on this novel. Basically, you go for the situation and not for Poirot. Unfortunately, I go for Poirot, and I didn't see him that much. Heroes of the Space Marine. This is a Warhammer 40k novel, anthology in this case. There are a lot of stories, and it's a solid score. Some of them I didn't understand that well why they are heroes, but whatever. There are a couple of them that are really, really good. If you enjoy Warhammer 40k, it's not a good place to start, because some of the stories are connected to other series, but it's a solid novel, if you wish. I really enjoyed. I put reviews on Goodreads for all of these, so it's better to go there and see my thoughts on that. The Dark One by Pierre Douglas. This is a homage to Lovecraft, and basically it's a Lovecraftian novel. That's it. It's very Lovecraftian. Some try to do something new, something different, and so on. No, this one is very a pastiche, basically, like that. It's good. If you want pastiche, this is it. Love Sickness by Ito Jito. This is a compilation of short stories that I read, and it's very cool. The first story is this guy here. It's half the book, and the rest are individual stories. It's a good place to start to learn more about Junji Ito. Let me random. Yeah, just random. Very cool. They Build the Gallows for Me and You, for you and me. This is my least favorite novel of all. I didn't enjoy, didn't care. I honestly don't know how I could finish it. It's part of the series, the Splatter Western series. This is the 10 novel, but I didn't enjoy it at all. Christopher Triana, They All Die Screaming. This is a novel. I was really hoping to love it. I was going to buy everything by him because I really enjoyed one story he wrote in correlation with other author. But after reading this, I am the fans. I have 2 more books by him, and I'm going to read them. They are like here or something like that. I'm going to read them before I purchase more, because I didn't enjoy some political commentaries that he did on the novel. But basically, the novel is set on the world where a disease is coming and is destroying civilization, and a group of people must survive. But it's not post-apocalyptic, or if you wish, it's more you're going to die, so what can you do? What will you do? At the same time, there is a story in between each chapter about a boy who is kidnapped and has Stockholm syndrome and do some awful things, and that's the only part of the novel I really loved. Yeah, let's go to this one. This one is The Girl in Red by Christina Henry. I gave it a 5 out of 10. I hate it, and I love it, and I hate it. I know that Christina can write because the story is very cool. It's a different kind of the little girl in the wood, the Redwood Herring. I don't know the name of in English, but it gives a twist and so on. But unfortunately, it's full of CGW crap. It's full of anti-white, anti-straight, everything. It's basically a story. She went to Twitter, check, okay, what's that trend now? Okay, it's this one, anti-trans. Oh, let's go with it. It's very bad, that situation, but the story itself is interesting and I enjoy it, and I bought a couple of more books of her. I'm going to read and see what she brings to the table. Maybe they are not full as political stuff, but I really enjoyed the novel. It's unfortunately Vampire Hunter D, The Mysterious Journey to the North Sea Part 2. This is the second part I said another one. Unfortunately, I didn't remember that well the first part, and so I was not enjoying the beginning. But then I go back a bit to reread some parts, and I love it. I love it. One of the best Vampire Hunter D novels, because finally we see D as a person who can suffer, die, not die but suffer. To mostly novels, he is so over powerful that it's almost impossible to touch him. But here it's a bit different. I really enjoy it. More, I didn't finish this one. I didn't finish this one. Great Hunt. I'm going to read, like as I said, a couple of chapters a day, or a couple of every 2 days, because this is a slow burn novel and it drags a little. And finally, I'm going to try to finish this one this month. It's BlackWing, the first one on Ed McDonald series, the Raven Mark, and it's the first of the three, of course, the trilogy. And I was not enjoying. I began in the first of the month, like in the 2nd of August, and then I stopped completely because I was not feeling it. But then, after finishing all of these novels, I go back and start reading again, and I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, that's it from me from the month of August. This is what I read, and it was a very good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 probably. I don't know. Very cool. I very happy with myself. I'm going to show you then not going to go over, because I'm going to make a different video, but about the books I'm going to read for October. But basically in October I'm going to read anthologies. I'm going to clean a bit of my library, and then in the month of October, of course, is October Horror Fest, and in there I'm going to pick 15 novels and going to read them all. Yeah, small novel, of course, but basically what I'm going to read here, TBR, it's Salman Rushdie, because of that situation, and I had this book for like 20 years. The 1975 Annual World Best Sci-Fi, the 76 and the 80s. I've got them all, but only this I'm going to read it. Sword and Sorcery 21. Sword and Sorcery. Sword and Sorceress, yeah. The Star Wars, Tales from the Moles like Cantina. Then 3 novels, very the Solaris Book of New Sci-Fi, Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. The Accursed, Warhammer 40k and Sigmar. Then in Haroun, The End of the Line, also by Solaris, Children of Cthulhu, Chiral M40, 4D. This is a compilation of 4 novellas, 4 novelettes, 4 short stories, and 4 graphic adaptations. And finally, Lovecraftiana. This is a compilation of 4 different zines that were published, and I'm going to read it. Oh, and this one, Zixin Liu, Hold Up the Sky. It's a compilation of short stories, like 11 short stories, and I'm going to read it. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I highly doubt it I can read them all, but I'm going to try. Like a couple of short stories each day, 3 or 4 books at the same time, like 1 sci-fi, 1 horror, and so on, and going to finish and go up to another, and so on. Basically that's it from me. Thank you for being there and listening to me, my broken English, and happy readings to everyone. Hope to see you soon.